Thank you for joining us for this brand new production of William Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice. Merchant was the first Shakespeare play mounted by a young Bob Jones College in 1930. Yet the Shylock you will see tonight will be played by only the second actor in almost 90 years. From 1930 until 1986, Shylock was played by Dr. Bob Jones Jr., former president of BJU and founder of Classic Players. Tonight's performance will feature his son, Dr. Bob Jones III, in that role. Dr. Bob Jones III started his Classic Players career over 70 years ago as young Prince Mamilius in The Winter's Tale. Our story is told by a small ensemble of 13 actors, many connected with our theater arts department. The production is set in Italy, 1953. This time period forces us to examine each of the characters' backstories not in an Elizabethan setting, but in a post-Holocaust European world. In recent years, theater directors have shied away from The Merchant of Venice. The play is plagued by what is often termed the Shylock problem, a money-hungry Jewish usurer who is both abuser and abused. Understandably, the play's harsh anti-Semitic language poses difficulties for actors and audiences alike. As humans and as Christians, we renounce all such prejudice and malice. But the complexities of Shylock's character go beyond his ethnicity. Beneath Shylock's Jewishness, we recognize the same sinful human nature that each of us possesses. It is this appalling display of human depravity, not Shylock's ethnicity, that we seek to disavow in this production. Therefore, as the creative team and cast approached this production of Merchant, we sought to highlight not Shylock's race, but rather his humanity. This production does not expunge all references to Jewishness, for insults lobbed at Shylock further reveal the ugliness of human nature. However, our adaptation attempts to thoughtfully minimize indications of race or ethnicity while focusing on character. And I will point out that Shylock is not the only flawed character in our story. Merchant is a beautiful parable of mercy. And our hope is that after Portia's beautiful and famous plea for mercy in Act 4, that no one will leave the courtroom unchanged. Please come and visit our campus sometime. Perhaps you can plan a visit around a production on this very stage. I hope you enjoy this new production of The Merchant of Venice. In sooth, I know not why I am so sad. It wearies me. You say it wearies you. Whew. But how I caught it, found it, or came by it, what stuff 'tis made of, whereof it is born, I am to learn.
Your mind is tossing on the ocean, there where your argosies with portly sail do overpeer the petty traffickers that curtsy to them, do them reverence as they fly by them with their woven wings.
Believe me, sir, had I such venture forth, the better part of my affections would be with my hopes abroad. I should be still plucking the grass to know where sits the wind, peering in maps where ports and piers and roads, and every object that might make me feared. Misfortune to my ventures, out of doubt would make me sad.
I know. Antonio is sad to think upon his merchandise.
Believe me, no. I thank my fortune for it. My ventures are not in one vessel trusted, nor to one place, nor is my whole estate upon the fortune of this present year. Therefore, my merchandise makes me not sad.
Why then you are in love.
Fie.
But not in love neither. Then let us say you are sad because you are not merry, and 'twere as easy for you to laugh and leap and say you are merry because you are not sad.
Here comes Bassanio, your most noble kinsman, Gratiano and Lorenzo. Fare you well, we leave you now with better company.
I would have stayed till I had made you merry, if worthier friends had not prevented me. Good morrow, my good lords!
You look not well, Signor Antonio. You have too much respect upon the world. They lose it that do buy it with much care.
I hold the world, but as the world, Gratiano, a stage where every man must play a part, and mine a sad one.
Let me play the fool. With mirth and laughter let old wrinkles come, and let my liver rather heat with wine than my heart cool with mortifying groans. Why should a man whose blood is warm within sit like his grandsire cut in alabaster, huh? I tell thee what, Antonio, I love thee, and it is my love that speaks. There are a sort of men whose visages do cream and mantle like a standing pond, and do a willful stillness entertain, with purpose to be dressed in an opinion of wisdom, vanity, profound conceit, as who should say, I am Sir Oracle, and when I ope my lips, let no dog bark. Oh, my Antonio, I do know of these, that therefore only are reputed wise for saying nothing, when I am very sure if they should speak, would almost damn those ears which hearing them would call their brothers fools. I'll tell thee more of this another time. Come, good Lorenzo. Fare thee well a while. I'll end my exhortation after dinner.
Well, we will leave you then till dinner time. I must be one of these same dumb wise men, for Gratiano never lets me speak.
Well, keep me company but 2 years more, thou shalt not know the sound of thine own tongue.
I'll grow a talker for this gear. Is that anything now?
Gratiano speaks an infinite deal of nothing, more than any man in all Venice. His reasons are 2 grains of wheat hid in 2 bushels of chaff. You shall seek all day ere you find them, and when you have them, they are not worth the search.
Well, tell me now, what lady is the same to whom you swore a secret pilgrimage that you today promised to tell me of?
'Tis not unknown to you, Antonio, how much I have disabled mine estate by something showing a more swelling port than my faint means would grant continuance. Nor do I now make moan to be abridged from such a noble rate, but my chief care is to come fairly off from the great debts, wherein my time something too prodigal hath left me gagged. To you, Antonio, I owe the most in money and in love, and from your love I have a warranty to unburden all my plots and purposes of how to get clear of all the debts I owe.
I pray you, good Bassanio, let me know it. And if it stand as you yourself still do within the eye of honor, be assured my purse, my person, my extremest means lie all unlocked to your occasions.
In my school days, when I had lost one shaft, I shot his fellow of the selfsame flight, the selfsame way, with more advised watch, to find the other forth. By adventuring both, I oft found both. I urge this childhood proof because what follows is pure innocence. I owe you much, and like a willful youth, that which I owe is lost. But if you do please to shoot another arrow that self-way which you did shoot the first, I do not doubt as I will watch the aim, or to find both, or bring your latter hazard back again, and thankfully rest deader for the first.
You know me well, and herein spend but time to wind about my love with circumstance. And out of doubt you do me now more wrong by making question of my uttermost than if you had made waste of all I have. Then do but say to me what I should do, that in your knowledge may by me be done, and I am pressed unto it. Therefore speak.
In Belmont is a lady richly left. She is fair, and fairer than that word of wondrous virtue. Sometimes from her eyes I did receive fair, speechless messages. Her name is Portia. Nor is the wide world ignorant of her worth, for the four winds blow in from every coast, renowned suitors come in quest of her. Oh, my Antonio, had I but the means to hold a rival place with one of them.
Thou knowest that all my fortunes are at sea. Neither have I commodity nor money to raise a present sum. Therefore go forth, try what my credit can in Venice do, that shall be racked, even to the uttermost, to furnish thee to Belmont and fair Portia. Go presently inquire, and so will I, where money is, and I no question make, to have it of my trust or for my sake.
By my troth, Nerissa, my little body is aweary of this great world.
You would be, sweet madam, if your miseries were in the same abundance as your good fortunes are. And yet for aught I see, they are as sick that surfeit with too much as they that starve with nothing.
Good sentences and well pronounced.
They would be better if well followed.
If to do were as easy as to know what were good to do, chapels had been churches, and poor men's cottages, princes' palaces. It is a good divine who follows his own instructions. I can easier teach 20 what were good to be done than be one of the 20 to follow mine own teachings. The brain may devise laws for the blood, but a hot temper leaps o'er a cold decree. But this is not in the fashion to choose me a husband. Oh, me, the word choose. I may neither choose whom I would, nor refuse whom I dislike. So is the will of a living daughter curbed by the will of a dead father. Is it not hard, Nerissa, that I cannot choose one nor refuse none?
Your father was ever virtuous, and holy men at their death have good inspirations. Therefore the lottery that he hath devised in the 3 chests of gold, silver, and lead, whereof who chooses his meaning, chooses you, shall no doubt never be chosen by any rightly, but one who shall rightly love. But what warmth is there in your affection towards any of the princely suitors that are already come? The Neapolitan prince?
Aye, that's a colt indeed, for he doth nothing but talk of his horse.
Then there is the County Palatine.
He doth nothing but frown.
What say you by the French lord, Monsieur le Bon?
God made him, and therefore let him pass for a man. In truth, I know it is a sin to be a mocker, but he is every man in no man.
What say you to Falconbridge, the young baron of England?
You know, I say nothing to him, for he understands not me, nor I him. He hath neither Latin, French, nor Italian, and you will come into the court and swear that I have a poor pennyworth in the English.
What think you of the Scottish lord, his neighbor?
That he hath a neighborly charity in him, for he borrowed a box of the ear of the Englishman, and swore he would pay him again when he was able.
How like you the young German, the Duke of Saxony's nephew?
Oh, very wildly in the morning when he is sober, and most wildly in the afternoon when he is drunk.
If he should offer to choose and choose the right casket, you should refuse to perform your father's will if you should refuse to accept him.
Therefore, for fear of the worst, I pray thee, set a deep glass of Rhenish wine on the contrary casket, for if that devil be within and that temptation without, I know he will choose it. I'll do anything, Nerissa, ere I'll be married to a sponge.
You need not fear, lady, the having any of these lords, for they have acquainted me with their determinations, which is indeed to return to their homes and trouble you with no more suit, unless you may be won by some other sort than your father's impositions, depending on the caskets.
There's not one among them, but I dote on his very absence. And I pray God wish them fair departure. If I live to be as old as Sibylla, I will die as chaste as Diana, unless I be obtained through the manner of my father's will.
Do you not remember, lady, in your father's time, a Venetian, a scholar and a soldier, that came hither in the company of the Marquis of Montferrat?
Yes, it was Bassanio, as I think, so he was called.
True, madam. He of all the men that ever my foolish eyes looked upon was best deserving a fair lady.
Yes, I remember him well, and I remember him worthy of thy praise.
Madam, there is a forerunner come from Morocco, who brings word the prince, his master, will be here tonight.
Come, Nerissa. Sirrah, go before. Whiles we shut the gates upon one wooer, another knocks at the door.
$3,000 ducats. Well,
Aye, sir, for 3 months.
for 3 months, well,
For the which, as I told you, Antonio shall be bound.
Antonio shall become bound. Well,
May you stead me. Will you pleasure me? Shall I know your answer?
3,000 ducats for 3 months and Antonio bound.
Your answer to that.
Antonio's a good man.
Have you heard any imputation to the contrary?
No. My meaning in saying he is a good man is to have you understand me, he is sufficient. Yet his means are in supposition. He hath an argosy bound for Tripolis, another to the Indies. I understand, moreover, on the Rialto, he hath a third at Mexico, and a fourth for England, and other ventures he hath squandered abroad. But ships are but boards, sailors but men. There be land rats, land thieves, water thieves, I mean pirates. And then there's the peril of waters, winds, and rocks. The man is notwithstanding sufficient. I think I may take his bond.
Be assured you may.
Oh, I will be assured I may, and that I may be assured, I will bethink me. May I speak with Antonio?
If it please you to dine with us.
Yes. To smell pork, to eat the habitation of that which your prophet, the Nazarite, conjured the devil into. I will buy with you, sell with you, walk with you, talk with you, and so following. But I will not eat with you, drink with you, nor pray with you. What news on the Rialto? Who is he comes here?
This is Signor Antonio.
I hate him, for he is a Christian. But more, for that in low simplicity he lends out money gratis and brings down the rate of usance with us here in Venice. If I can catch him once upon the hip, I will feed fat the ancient grudge I bear him. He hates our sacred nation, and he rails, even there where merchants do most congregate, on me, my bargains, and my well-won thrift, which he calls interest. Cursed be my tribe if I forgive him.
Shylock, do you hear?
I am debating of my present store. And by the near guess of my memory, I cannot instantly raise up the gross of 3,000 ducats. What of that? Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of our tribe, will furnish me. But soft, how many months do you desire? Oh, rest you fair, good Signor. Your worship was the last man in our mouths.
Shylock, although I neither lend nor borrow by taking or by giving of excess, yet to supply the ripe wants of my friend, I'll break a custom. Is he yet possessed how much you would?
Yeah, 3,000 ducats.
And for 3 months?
I had forgot the 3 months, you told me so. Well then, let me see your bond. But soft. Me thought you said you neither lend nor borrow upon advantage.
I do never use it.
But when Jacob grazed his uncle Laban's sheep, this Jacob from our holy father Abraham was the third possessor. He was the third.
And what of him? Did he take interest?
No, not take interest. Not, as you would say, directly interest, but mark what Jacob did. When Laban and himself were compromised that all the weanlings of the flock, which were streaked and pied, should fall as Jacob's hire.
This was a venture, sir, that Jacob served for. A thing not in his power to bring to pass, but swayed and fashioned by the hand of heaven. Was this inserted to make interest good? Or is your gold and silver ewes and rams?
Oh, I cannot tell. I make it breed as fast.
Mark you this, Bassanio. The devil can cite Scripture for his purpose. An evil soul producing holy witness is like a villain with a smiling cheek. A goodly apple rotten at the heart. Oh, what a goodly outside falsehood hath.
3,000 ducats is a good round sum. 3 months from 12, then let me see the rate.
Well, Shylock, shall we be beholding to you?
Signor Antonio, many a time and oft in the Rialto you have rated me about my monies and my usances. Still, I have borne it with the patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and spit upon my Jewish gabardine, and all for use of that which is mine own. Well then now, it appears you need my help. Go to then, you come to me and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. You say so. You, that did void your room upon my beard, and foot me as you spurn a stranger cur over your threshold, monies is your suit. Well then now, what should I say to you? Should I not say that a dog monies? Is possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats? Or should I bend low? And in a bondman's key, with bated breath and whispering humbleness, say this, fair sir, you spat upon me Wednesday last, you spurned me such a day, another time you call me dog, and for these courtesies I'll lend you thus much monies.
I am as like to call thee so again, to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too. If thou wilt lend this money, lend it not as to thy friends. For when did friendship take a breed of barren metal of his friend? But lend it rather to thine enemy, who if he break, thou mayest with better face exact the penalty.
Why, look you how you storm. I would be friends with you and have your love. Supply your present wants, and take no doit of usance for my monies, and you'll not hear me. This is kind I offer.
This were kindness.
This kindness will I show. Go with me to a notary, seal me there your single bond, and in a merry sport, if you repay me not on such a day such sum or sums as are expressed in the condition, let the forfeit be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh to be cut off and taken in what part of your body pleaseth me.
Content. In faith, I'll seal to such a bond, and say there is much kindness in the Jew.
You shall not seal to such a bond for me. I'll rather dwell in my necessity.
Fear not, man. I will not forfeit it. Within these 2 months, that's a month before this bond expires, I do expect return of thrice 3 times the value of this bond.
Pray you tell me this, if he should break his day. What should I gain by the exaction of the forfeiture? A pound of man's flesh, cut off and taken from a man, is not so estimable, profitable neither as flesh of muttons, beefs, or goats. I say to buy his favor, I extend this friendship. If he will take it, so. If not, adieu, and for my love, I pray you wrong me not.
Shylock, I will seal unto this bond.
Then meet me forthwith at the notary. Give him direction for this merry bond, and I will go and purse the ducat straight, see to my house, left in the fearful guard of an unthrifty knave, and presently I will be with you.
Hie thee, gentle Jew. The Hebrew will turn Christian, he grows kind.
I like not fair terms and a villain's mind.
Come on, in this there can be no dismay. My ships come home a month before the day.
Mislike me not for my complexion. I tell thee, lady, this aspect of mine hath the valiant feared. By my love I swear I would not change this hue, except to steal your thoughts, my gentle queen.
In terms of choice, I am not solely led by nice direction of a maiden's eyes. Besides, the lottery of my destiny bars me the right of voluntary choosing. But if my father had not scanted me or hedged me by his wit to yield myself his wife by that means I told you, yourself, renowned prince, then stood as fair as any comer I have looked on yet for my affection.
Even for that, I thank you. Therefore, I pray you, lead me to the caskets to try my fortune. I would outstare the sternest eyes that look, outbrave the heart most daring on the earth, pluck the young sucking cubs from the she-bear, yea, mock the lion when he roars for prey. Ha ha ha! To win thee, lady.
You must take your chance and either not attempt to choose at all or swear before you choose, if you choose wrong, never to speak to lady afterward in way of marriage. Therefore be advised.
Nor will not. Come, bring me unto my chance.
First forward to temple. After dinner your hazard shall be made.
Good fortune, then, to make me blessed or cursed among men.
Certainly my conscience will serve me to run from this Jew, my master. The fiend is at my elbow and tempts me, saying to me, Gobbo, Lancelot Gobbo, good Lancelot, good Gobbo, or good Lancelot Gobbo, use your feet, take the start, run away. My conscience says, no, honest Lancelot, no, honest Gobbo, or as aforesaid, honest Lancelot Gobbo, do not run, scorn running with thy heel. Well, the most courageous fiend bids me pack. Yah, says the fiend. Away, says the fiend. For the heavens rouse up a brave mind, says the fiend, and run. Well, my conscience, hanging about the neck of my heart, says very wisely to me, my honest friend, Lancelot, being an honest man's son, or rather an honest woman's son, for my father did something smack, something grow to, he had a kind of taste. Well, my conscience says, budge not, budge, says the fiend, budge not, says my conscience, conscience, say I, you counsel well. Fiend, say I, you counsel well. For to be ruled by my conscience, I should stay with the Jew. who, God bless the mark, is a kind of devil. And to run away from the Jew, I should be ruled by the fiend, who, saving your reverence, is the devil himself. Surely the Jew is the very devil incarnate. And my conscience is but a kind of hard conscience to offer me to stay with the Jew. The fiend gives the more friendly counsel. I will run, fiend, my heels are at your command. I will run. God bless your worship.
Wouldst thou aught with me, poor boy?
Not a poor boy, sir, but the rich Jew's man, that a great infection, sir, as one would say, to serve. Indeed, the short and the long is, I serve the Jew and have a desire to be brief. The suit is impertinent to myself, as your worship shall know.
What would you?
Serve you, sir.
I know thee well. Thou hast obtained thy suit. Shylock, thy master, spoke with me this day, and hath preferred thee, if it be preferment to leave a rich Jew's service to become the follower of so poor a gentleman.
The old suit is well parted between my old master Shylock and you, sir. You have the grace of God, and he hath not.
Thou speakst it well. Go, take leave of thy old master, and inquire my lodging out.
I will take my leave of the Jew in the twinkling of an eye.
These things, being bought and orderly bestowed, return in haste, for I do feast tonight.
Oh.
Hide thee go!
Signor Bassanio,
Graciano,
I have a suit to you.
thou hast obtained it.
You must not deny me. I must go with you to Belmont.
Oh, why then you must.
Ha!
But hear thee, Graciano. Thou art too wild, too rude, and bold of voice, parts that become thee happily enough, and in such eyes as ours appear not false. But where thou art not known, why there they show something too liberal. I pray thee, take pain with some cold drops of modesty to allay thy skipping spirit, lest through thy wild behavior I be misconstrued in the place I go to and lose my hopes.
Signor Bassanio, hear me. If I do not put on a sober habit, talk with respect, and swear but now and then, use all the observance of civility as one well studied in a sad ostent to please his grandam, never trust me more.
Well, we shall see your bearing.
Nay, but I bar tonight. You shall not gauge me by what we do tonight.
No, that were pity. I pray you rather put on your boldest suit of mirth, for we have friends that purpose merriment. But fare you well, I have some business.
And I must to Lorenzo and the rest, but we will visit you at supper time.
I am sorry that will leave my father so. Fare thee well. Here is a ducat for thee. And Launcelot, soon at supper shalt thou see Lorenzo, who is thy new master's guest. Give him this letter, and do it secretly, and so farewell. I would not have my father see me in talk with thee.
Adieu! Tears do exhibit my tongue, most beautiful pagan, most sweet Jew, adieu! These tears do somewhat drown my manly spirit.
Farewell, good Launcelot. Alack, what heinous sin is it in me to be ashamed to be my father's child? For though I am a daughter to his blood, I am not to his manners. Oh, Lorenzo, if thou keep promise, I shall end this strife, become a Christian and thy loving wife.
Nay, we will slink away in supper time, disguise us at my lodging, and return, all in an hour.
Oh, we have not made good preparation.
We have not spoke as yet of torchbearers.
'Tis vile, unless it may be quaintly ordered, and better in my mind not undertook.
'Tis now but 4 o'clock. We have 2 hours to furnish us. Friend Launcelot, what's the news?
And it shall please you to open this, sir. It shall seem to signify.
Oh, I know the hand. In faith, 'tis a fair hand. And whiter than the paper it writ on is the fair hand that writ.
Love news in faith.
By your leave, sir?
Whither goest thou?
Oh, why, to bid my old master, Shylock, to sup tonight with my new master, the Christian.
Hold here. Take this. Tell gentle Jessica I will not fail her. Speak it privately. Go, gentlemen. Will you prepare you for this mask tonight? I am provided of a torch-bearer.
Aye, I'll be gone about it straight.
Meet me in Graciano at Graciano's lodging some hour hence.
Was not that letter from fair Jessica?
I must needs tell thee all. She hath directed how I shall take her from her father's house, what gold and jewels she is furnished with, what page's suits she hath in readiness. If e'er the Jew her father come to heaven, it will be for his gentle daughter's sake. Come, go with me. Peruse this as thou goest. Fair Jessica shall be my torch-bearer.
Well, thou shalt see, thine eyes shall be thy judge, the difference of old Shylock and Bassanio. But, Jessica, thou shalt not gormandize as thou hast done with me. What, Jessica? Nor sleep and snore and rend apparel out. Why, Jessica, I say.
Why, Jessica, I say.
Who bids thee call? I did not bid thee call.
Your worship was wont to say I could do nothing without bidding?
Call you? What is your will?
I am bid forth to supper, Jessica. There are my keys. Wherefore should I go? I am not bid for love. They flatter me, yet I'll go in hate to feed upon the prodigal Christian. Jessica, my girl, look to my house. I am right loath to go. There is some ill a-brewing toward my rest tonight, for I did dream of money bags tonight.
I beseech you, sir, go. My young master doth expect your reproach.
So do I his.
And they have conspired together. I will not say ye shall see a mask, but if you do, it was not for nothing my nose fell a bleeding Black Monday last.
What? Are there masks? Hear you me, Jessica? Lock up my doors, and when you hear the drum and the vile squealing of the wry-necked fife, clamber you not up to the casements then, nor thrust your head into the public street to gaze on Christian fools with varnished faces, but stop my house's ears, I mean my casements. Let not the sound of shallow foppery enter my sober house. Go you before me, Sarah. Say I will come.
I will go before, sir. Mistress, look out at window for all this. There will come a Christian by will be worth the Jewess's eye, eh?
What says that fool of Hagar's offspring, huh?
His words were farewell, mistress, nothing else.
The patch is kind enough, but a huge feeder. Therefore I part with him, and part with him to one that would have him help to waste his borrowed purse. Well, Jessica, go in. Do as I bid you. Shut the doors after you. Fast bind, fast find, a proverb never stale in thrifty mind.
Farewell. And if my fortune be not crossed, I have a father, you a daughter lost.
This is the penthouse under which Lorenzo desired us to make stand.
His hour is almost past.
And it is marvel he outdwells his hour, for lovers ever run before the clock.
Here comes Lorenzo. More of this hereafter.
Sweet friends, your patience for my long abode. Not I, but my affairs have made you wait. When you shall please to play the thieves for wives, I'll watch as long for you then. Approach. Here dwells my father Jew. Ho! Who's within?
Who are you? Tell me for more certainty, albeit I'll swear that I do know your voice.
Lorenzo, and thy love.
Lorenzo certain, and my love indeed. For who love I so much? And now who knows but you, Lorenzo, whether I am yours?
Heaven and thy thoughts are witness that thou art.
Here, catch this casket.
Oh!
It is worth the pains. I am glad 'tis night. You do not look on me, for I am much ashamed of my exchange. But love is blind, and lovers cannot see the pretty follies that themselves commit. For if they could, Cupid himself would blush to see me thus transformed into a boy.
Descend, for you must be my torch-bearer.
What? Must I hold a candle to my shames? They in themselves, good sooth, are too light. Why, 'tis an office of discovery, love, and I should be obscured.
So are you sweet even in the lovely garnish of a boy. But come at once, for the close night doth play the runaway, and we are stayed for at Bassanio's feast.
I'll make fast the doors, gild myself with some more ducats, and be with you straight.
Beshrew me, but I love her heartily. For she is wise, if I can judge of her. And fair she is, if that mine eyes be true. And true she is, as she hath proved herself. And therefore, like herself, wise, fair, and true, shall she be placed in my constant soul. What, art thou come? The on, gentlemen, away! Our masking mates by this time for us stay.
Who's there?
Signor Antonio!
Fie, Graciano, where are all the rest? 'Tis 9 o'clock. Our friends all stay for you. No mask tonight. The wind has come about. Bassanio will presently go aboard. I have sent 20 out to seek for you.
I am glad on't. I desire no more delight than to be under sail and gone tonight.
The caskets, noble prince. Now make your choice.
How shall I know if I do choose the right?
The one of them contains my picture. If you choose that, then I am yours with all.
Some god, direct my judgment. Let me see. I will survey the inscriptions back again. What says this leaden casket? Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. Must give for what? For lead? Hazard for lead? This casket threatens. Men that hazard all do it in hope of fair advantages. A golden mine stoops not to shows of dross. I'll then nor give nor hazard aught for lead. What says the silver with her virgin hue? Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. Ha! As much as he deserves. Pause there, Morocco, and weigh thy value with an even hand. If thou beest rated by thy estimation, thou dost deserve enough. And yet, enough may not extend so far as to the lady. And yet to be afeard of my deserving were but a weak disabling of myself. As much as I deserve, why, that's the lady. I do in birth deserve her, and in fortunes, in graces, and in qualities of breeding. But more than these, in love I do deserve. What if I strayed no further but chose here? Let's see once more this saying graved in gold. Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. Why, that's the lady. All the world desires her. From the four corners of the earth they come to kiss this shrine. this mortal breathing saint. One of these three contains her heavenly picture. Is it like that lead contains her? Ha! 'Twere damnation to think so base a thought. Or shall I think in silver she's immured, being 10 times undervalued to tried gold? Ha! Sinful thought! Never so rich a gem was set in worse than gold. But here, an angel in a golden bed lies all within. Ha ha! Deliver me the key! Here do I choose and thrive I as I may.
There, take it, Prince.
Ah! What have we here? A carrion death, within whose empty eye there is a written scroll? Ugh. I'll read the writing. All that glisters is not gold. Often have you heard that told. Many a man his life hath sold, but my outside to behold. Gilded tombs do worms enfold. Had you been as wise as bold, young in limbs, in judgment old, your answer had not been enscrolled. Fare you well, your suit is cold. Huh, cold indeed, and labor lost. Then farewell, heat, and welcome frost. Portia, adieu. I have too grieved a heart to take a tedious leave. Thus losers part.
A gentle riddance. Go. Let all of his demeanor choose me so.
Why, man, I saw Bassanio under sail. With him, Gratiano has gone along, and in their ship, I am sure, Lorenzo is not.
The villain Jew with outcries raised the Duke, who went with him to search Bassanio's ship.
He came too late. The ship was under sail. But there the Duke was given to understand that in a gondola were seen together Lorenzo and his amorous Jessica. Besides, Antonio certified the Duke they were not with Bassanio in his ship.
I never heard a passion so confused, so strange, outrageous, and so variable as the old dog did utter in the streets. My daughter, oh, my ducats, oh, my daughter, fled with a Christian, oh, my Christian ducats, and jewels, 2 stones, 2 rich and precious stones stolen by my daughter. Justice, find the girl, she hath the stones upon her and the ducats.
Why, all the boys in Venice follow him, crying, his stones, his daughter, and his ducats.
Let good Antonio look he keep his day, or he shall pay for this.
Well remembered. I reasoned with a Frenchman yesterday, who told me in the narrow seas that part the French and English there miscarried a vessel of our country, richly fraught. I thought upon Antonio when he told me, and wished in silence that it were not his.
You are best to tell Antonio what you hear, yet do not suddenly, for it may grieve him.
A kinder gentleman treads not the earth. I saw Bassanio and Antonio part. Bassanio told him he would make some speed of his return. He answered, do not so, be merry, and employ your chiefest thoughts to courtship and such fair ostents of love. And even there, his eye being big with tear, turning his face, he put his hand behind him, and with affection wondrous sensible, he wrung Bassanio's hand, and so they parted.
I think he only loves the world for him. I pray thee, let us go and find him out, and quicken his embraced heaviness with some delight or other.
Do we so?
Quick, quick! The Prince of Aragon hath ta'en his oath and comes to his election presently.
behold! There stand the caskets, noble prince. If you choose that wherein I am contained, straight shall our nuptial rites be solemnized. But if you lose, without more speech, my lord, you must be gone from hence immediately.
I am enjoined by oath to observe 3 things. First, never to unfold to anyone which casket 'twas I chose. Next, if I fail of the right casket, never in my life to woo a maid in way of marriage. Lastly, if I do fail in fortune of my choice, immediately to leave you and be gone.
To this injunction everyone doth swear that comes to hazard for my worthless self.
And so have I addressed me. Fortune now to my heart's hope. Gold, a silver, and a base lead. Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. You shall look fairer ere I give or hazard. What says the golden chest? Let me see. Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. What many men desire. I will not choose what many men desire, because I will not jump with common spirits and rank me with the barbarous multitude. Why then to thee, thou a silver treasure house, tell me once more what title thou dost bear. Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. Oh. I will assume desert. Give me a key for this and instantly unlock my fortunes here.
Too long a pause for that which you find there.
What's here? The portrait of a blinking idiot. Presenting me a schedule. I will read it. How much unlike art thou to Portia? Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. Did I deserve no more than a fool's head? Is that my prize? Are my deserts no better?
To offend and judge are distinct offices and of opposed natures.
What's here? The fire is 7 times tried this. Is 7 times tried that judgment is that did never choose amiss. Some there be that shadows kiss, such have but a shadow's bliss. There be fools alive, I wis, silver door, and so was this. Take what wife you will to bed, I will ever be your head. So be gone, you are sped. Still more fool I shall appear by the time I linger here. With 1 fool's head I came to woo, but now I go away with 2. Sweet adieu.
So hath the candle singed them off. Oh, these deliberate fools! When they do choose, they have their wisdom by their wit to lose.
Where's my lady?
Here, what would my lord?
Madam, there is alighted at your gate a young Venetian, one that comes before to signify the approaching of his lord, from whom he bringeth sensible regreets.
Draw the curtains. Come, Nerissa, for I long to see quick Cupid's post that comes so mannerly.
Bassanio, Lord love, if thy will it be.
Now, what news on the Rialto?
Why, yet it lives there unchecked, that Antonio hath a ship of rich lading wrecked on the narrow seas. The Goodwins, I think they call the place, a very dangerous, flat, and fatal, where the carcasses of many a tall ship lie buried. As they say, if my gossip report be an honest woman of her word.
I would she were a lying gossip. But it is true that the good Antonio, the honest Antonio, oh, that I had a title good enough to keep his name company.
Come, the full stop.
Why, the end is he hath lost a ship.
I would it might prove the end of his losses.
Well, let me say amen betimes, lest the devil cross my prayer, for here he comes in the likeness of a Jew. How now, Shylock, what news among the merchants?
You knew, none so well as you, of my daughter's flight.
That's certain. I, for my part, knew the tailor that made the wings she flew withal.
And Shylock, for his own part, knew the bird was fledged, and 'tis the complexion of them all to leave the dam.
She's damned for it.
That's certain, if the devil may be her judge.
My own flesh and blood to rebel.
Out upon it, old carrion.
I say my daughter is my flesh and blood.
There is more difference between thy flesh and hers than between jet and ivory. More between your bloods than there is between red wine and Rhenish. But tell us, do you hear whether Antonio hath had any loss at sea or no?
There I have another bad match. A bankrupt, a prodigal that dare scarce show his head on the Rialto, a beggar that was wont to come so smug upon the mart. Let him look to his bond. He was wont to call me a usurer. Let him look to his bond. He was wont to lend money for a Christian courtesy. Let him look to his bond.
Why, I am certain, if he forfeit, thou wilt not take his flesh. What's that good for?
To bait fish withal. If it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge. He hath disgraced me and hindered me 500,000. Laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, cooled my friends, heated mine enemies, and what's his reason? I am a Jew, but not a Jew eyes, but not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions, fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same disease, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in that. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what is his humility? A revenge. If a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his sufferance be? By Christian example, a revenge. The villainy you teach me, I will execute, and it shall go hard with you, but I will better the instruction.
Ah, here comes another of the tribe. A third cannot be matched unless the devil himself turn Jew.
How now, Tubal? What news from Genoa hast thou found, my daughter?
I often came where I did hear of her, but cannot find her.
There. A diamond gone cost me 2,000 ducats in Frankfurt. The curse never fell on our nation till now. I never felt it till now. 2,000 ducats in that and other precious jewels. I would my daughter were dead at my foot and the jewels in her ear. Would she were hearsed at my foot and the ducats in her coffin. No news of them. Why so? and I know not what's spent in the search. Thou loss upon loss. The thief gone with so much, and so much to find the thief. No satisfaction, no revenge, no, nor ill luck stirring, but what lights on my shoulders. No sighs but of my breathing, no tears but of my shedding.
Yes, other men have ill luck too. Antonio, as I heard in Genoa.
What? Ill luck, ill luck.
Hath an argosy cast away, coming from Tripoli.
I thank God! I thank God! 'Tis true, 'tis true.
I spoke with some of the sailors that escaped the wreck.
I thank thee, good Tubal. Good news, good news. Where? In Genoa?
Your daughter spent in Genoa, as I heard in one night, 80 ducats.
Thou fixed a dagger in me. I never shall see my gold again. 80 ducats at a sitting. 80 ducats.
There came divers of Antonio's creditors in my company to Venice. That's fair he cannot choose but break.
I'm very glad of it. I'll plague him. I'll torture him. I'm very glad of it.
One of them showed me a ring that he had of your daughter for a monkey.
Out upon her! Thou torturest me, Tubal. It was my turquoise. I had it of Leah when I was a bachelor. I would not have given it for a wilderness of monkeys.
But Antonio is certainly undone.
Nay, that's true. That's very true. Go, Tubal. Get me an officer. Bespeak him a fortnight before. Go. Go, Tubal. Meet me at our synagogue. Go, good Tubal. At our synagogue, Tubal.
I pray you tarry. Pause a day or two before you hazard, for in choosing wrong I lose your company. Therefore forbear a while. I would detain you here some month or two before you venture for me. I could teach you how to choose right, but I am then forsworn. So will I never be. So may you miss me. Oh, but if you do, you'll make me wish a sin that I had been forsworn. Beshrew your eyes, they have o'erlooked me and divided me. One half of me is yours, the other half yours. Mine own, I would say, but if mine, then yours, and so all yours. I speak too long, but 'tis to appease the time, to eke it and draw it out in length, to stay you from election.
Let me choose, for as I am, I live upon the rack.
Well, then confess and live.
Confess and love had been the very sum of my confession. A happy torment when my torturer doth teach me answers for deliverance. But let me to my fortune and the caskets.
Away then, I am locked in one of them. If you do love me, you will find me out. Nerissa and the rest stand aloof. Let music sound while he doth make his choice. Then if he lose, he makes a swan-like end, fading in music.
Dime dove l'amor. Tell me where is fancy bred, or in the heart or head, how got, how nourished. It is engendered in eyes gazing fed, Poor fancy dies in the place where it lies. Tell me, where is fancy bred, or in the heart or head?
So may the outward shows be least themselves. The world is still deceived with ornament. In law, what plea so tainted and corrupt, but being seasoned with a gracious voice obscures the show of evil? Therefore, thou gaudy gold, hard food for Midas, I'll none of thee, nor none of thee, thou pale and common drudge tween man and man. But thou, meager lead, which rather threatenest than dost promise aught, thy paleness moves me more than eloquence. Here choose I. Joy be the consequence.
How all the other passions fleet to air, as doubtful thoughts and rash embrace despair, and shuddering fear and green-eyed jealousy. Oh, love, be moderate. Allay thy ecstasy. I feel too much thy blessing. Make it less for fear I surfeit.
What find I here? Fair Portia's counterfeit. Oh, what demigod hath come so near creation? Here's the scroll, the content and summary of my fortune. You that choose not by the view, chance as fair and choose as true. Since this fortune falls to you, be content and seek no new. If you be well pleased with this and hold your fortune for your bliss, turn you where your lady is and claim her with a loving kiss. A gentle scroll, sweet lady. I come by note to give and to receive.
You see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand, such as I am. Though for myself I would not be ambitious in my wish to wish myself much better, yet for you I would be troubled 20 times myself, 1,000 times more fair, 10,000 times more rich, that only to stand high in your account. I might in virtue, beauties, livings, friends exceed account, but the full sum of me is sum of nothing, which to term in gross is an unlessoned girl, unschooled, unpracticed. Happy in this, she is not yet so old, but she may learn. Happier than this, she is not bred so dull, but she can learn. Happiest of all is that her gentle spirit commits itself to yours to be directed, as from her lord, her governor, her king, myself and what is mine to you and yours is now converted. Even now I was lord of this fair mansion, master or my servants, queen or myself, and even now, but now, this house, these servants, and this same myself are yours, my lord. I give them with this ring, which when you part from, lose, or give away, let it presage the ruin of your love, and be my vantage to exclaim on you.
Madam, you have bereft me of all of my words. Only my blood speaks to you in my veins. But when this ring parts from this finger, then parts life from hence, then be bold to say Bassanio's dead.
My lord and lady, it is now our time that have stood by and seen our wishes prosper, to cry, good joy, my lord and lady.
My lord Bassanio and my gentle lady, I wish you all the joy that you can wish, for I am sure you can wish none from me. And when your honors mean to solemnize the bargain of your faith, I do beseech you, even at that time, I may be married too.
With all my heart, so thou canst get a wife.
I thank your lordship. You have got me one. My eyes, my lord, can look as swift as yours. You saw the mistress. I beheld the maid. You loved, I loved for intermission. No more pertains to me, my lord, than you. Your fortune stood upon the casket there, and so did mine too, as the matter falls. for wooing here until I sweat again, and sweating until my very roof was dry with oaths of love. At last, if promise last, I got a promise of this fair one here to have her love, provided that your fortune achieved her mistress.
Is this true, Nerissa?
Madam. It is.
And so you stand pleased with all?
And do you, Graciano, mean good faith?
Yes, faith, my lord!
Our feast shall be much honored in your marriage.
But who comes here? Lorenzo and his infidel. What, and my old Venetian friend, Solanio.
Lorenzo! Jessica Solanio, welcome hither, if that the youth of my new interest here have power to bid you welcome. I bid my very friends and countrymen, sweet Portia, welcome.
So do I, my lord. They are entirely welcome.
I thank your honor. For my part, my lord, my purpose was not to have seen you here. But meeting with Solanio, by the way, he did entreat me, past all saying nay, to come with him along.
I did, my lord, and I have reason for it. Signor Antonio commends him to you.
I pray you tell me how my good friend doth.
Not sick, my lord, unless it be in mind, nor well, unless in mind. His letter there will show you his estate.
Go, Nerissa, cheer yon stranger, bid her welcome. Your hand, Solanio. What's the news from Venice? How doth that royal merchant good Antonio? I know he will be glad of our success.
There is some shrewd content in yon same paper that steals the color from Bassanio's cheek. Some dear friend dead, else nothing in the world could turn the constitution of any constant man. What worse and worse, with leave Bassanio, I am half yourself, and I must freely have the half of anything this same paper brings you.
Sweet Portia. Here are a few of the unpleasantest words that ever blotted paper. Here is a letter, lady, the paper as the body of my friend, and every word in it a gaping wound issuing blood. But is it true? Solanio, have all his ventures failed? What, not one hit?
Not one, my lord. Besides, it should appear that if Antonio had the present money to discharge the Jew, he would not take it. Never did I meet a creature that did bear the shape of man, so keen and greedy to confound a man. He plies the duke at morning and at night, and doth impeach the freedom of the state if they deny him justice.
When I was with him, I have heard him swear that he would rather have Antonio's flesh than 20 times the value of the sum that he did owe him. And I know, my lord, if law, authority, and power deny not, it will go hard with poor Antonio.
Is it your dear friend that is thus in trouble?
The dearest friend, the kindest man, the best conditioned and unwearied spirit in doing courtesies.
What sum owes he the Jew?
For me, 3,000 ducats.
What, no more? Pay him 6,000 and deface the bond. Double 6,000 before a friend of this description shall lose a hair through Bassanio's fault. First, go with me to church and call me wife, then to Venice to your friend. For never shall you lie by Portia's side with an unquiet soul. You shall have gold enough to pay the petty debt 20 times. When it is paid, bring your true friend along. My maid Nerissa and myself shall meantime live as maids and widows. But come away, for you shall hence upon your wedding day bid your friends welcome, show a merry cheer. For you are dear bought, I will love you dear. But let me hear the letter of your friend.
Sweet Bassanio,
my ships have all miscarried. My creditors grow cruel. My estate is very low. My bond to the Jew is forfeit. And since in paying it, it is impossible I should live, all debts are cleared between you and me, if I might but see you at my death. Notwithstanding, use your pleasure. If your love do not persuade you to come, let not my letter.
Oh, love, dispatch all business and be gone.
since I have your good leave to go away, I will make haste. But till I come again, no bed shall e'er be guilty of my stay, no rest be interposer twixt us twain.
Have mercy, Shylock.
Tell not me of mercy. This was the fool that lent out money gratis.
Hear me yet, good Shylock.
I'll have my bond. I will not hear thee speak. I've sworn an oath that I will have my bond. Thou call'st me dog before thou hadst a cause, but since I am a dog, beware my fangs. The Duke shall grant me justice.
I pray thee, hear me speak!
I'll not hear thee speak. I'll not be made a soft and dull-eyed fool to shake the head, relent, and yield to Christian intercessors. Follow not! I'll have no speaking. I will have my bond.
It is the most impenetrable cur that ever kept with men.
Let him alone. I'll follow him no more with bootless prayers. He seeks my life. His reason well I know. I oft delivered from his forfeitures many that have at times made moan to me. Therefore he hates me.
I am sure the Duke will never grant this forfeiture to hold.
The Duke cannot deny the course of law. For the commodity that strangers have with us in Venice, if it be denied, will much impeach the justice of his state, since that the trade and profit of the city consisteth of all nations. Well, Salario, on. Pray God, Bassanio come to see me pay his debt, and then I care not.
Lorenzo, I commit into your hands the husbandry and manage of my house until my lord's return. For mine own part, I have toward heaven breathed a secret vow to live in prayer and contemplation, attended only by Nerissa here, until her husband and my lord's return. There is a monastery 2 miles off, and there we will abide. I do desire you not deny this imposition, the which my love and some necessity now lays upon you.
Madam, I shall obey you in all fair commands.
My people do already know my mind, and will acknowledge you and Jessica in place of Lord Bassanio and myself. And so farewell till we shall meet again.
Fair thoughts and happy hours attend on you.
I wish your ladyship all heart's content.
I thank you for your wish, and am well pleased to wish it back on you. Fare you well, Jessica. Now, Balthazar, as I have ever found thee honest true, so let me find thee still. Take this same letter, and use thou all the endeavor of a man in speed to Padua. See thou render this into my cousin's hand, Dr. Bellario, and look what notes and garments he doth give thee. Bring these, I pray thee, with imagined speed to the common ferry which trades to Venice. Waste no time in words, but get thee gone. I shall be there before thee.
Madam, I go, with all convenient speed.
Come on, Nerissa, I have work at hand that you yet know not of. We'll see our husbands before they think of us.
Shall they see us?
They shall, Nerissa, but in such a habit that they shall think we are accomplished with what we lack. I'll hold thee any wager when we are both accoutred like young men, I'll prove the prettier fellow, and speak between the change of man and boy with a reed voice, and turn 2 mincing steps into a manly stride, and speak of phrase like a fine bragging youth, how honorable ladies sought my love, which, I denying, they fell sick and died. And 20 of these puny lies I'll tell, that men shall swear I have discontinued school above a 12-month. I have within my mind 1,000 raw tricks of these bragging jacks, which I will practice.
Why, shall we turn to men?
But come, I'll tell thee all my whole device when we are in my coach, which waits for us at the park gate. Now let us haste away, for we must measure 20 miles today. Nella vecchia fattoria, ia-ia-o.
What, is Antonio here?
Ready, so please your grace.
I am sorry for thee. Thou art come to answer a stony adversary, an inhuman wretch, incapable of pity, void and empty from any dram of mercy.
I hear your grace hath ta'en great pains to qualify his rigorous course. But since he stands obdurate, and that no lawful means can carry me out of his envy's reach, I do oppose my patience to his fury, and am armed to suffer, with a quietness of spirit, the very tyranny and rage of his.
Go on. Call Shylock into the court.
He is ready at the door. He comes, my lord.
Make room. Let him stand before our face. Shylock, the world thinks, and I think so too, that thou but leadest this fashion of thy malice to the last hour of act. And then 'tis thought thou wilt show thy mercy and remorse more strange than is thy strange apparent cruelty. And where thou now exacts the penalty, which is a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, thou wilt not only loose the forfeiture, but touched with human gentleness and love, forgive a moiety of the principal. We all expect a gentle answer.
I have possessed your grace of what I purpose. By a holy Sabbath, I've sworn to have the due and forfeit of my bond. If you deny it, let the danger light upon your charter and your city's freedom. You'll ask me why I rather choose to have a pound of carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I'll not answer that, but say it is my humor. What if my house be troubled with a rat, and I be pleased to give 10,000 ducats to have it banned? Are you answered yet? Some men there are love not a gaping pig, some that are mad if they behold a cat. Now for your answer is there's no firm reason why he cannot abide a gaping pig, why he a harmless necessary cat. So can I give no answer, nor I will not, more than a certain hatred and loathing that I bear Antonio, that I follow thus a losing suit against him. Are you answered?
This is no answer, thou unfeeling man, to excuse the current of thy cruelty.
I am not bound to please thee with my answers.
Do all men kill the things they do not love?
Hates any man the thing he would not kill?
Every offense is not a hate at first.
What? Wouldst thou have a serpent sting thee twice?
I pray you think you question with the Jew. You may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood bate his usual height. You may as well use question with the wolf, why he hath made the ewe bleat for the lamb. You may as well forbid the mountain pines to wag their high tops and make no noise when they are fretted with the gusts of heaven. You may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften that than which what's harder is heart. Therefore I do beseech you, make no more offers. Use no further means, but with all brief and plain conveniency, let me have judgment, and the Jew his will.
For thy 3,000 ducats, here is 6.
If every ducat in 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts, and every part a ducat, I would not draw them, I would have my bond.
How shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none?
What judgment shall I dread, doing no wrong? The pound of flesh I demand of him is dearly bought. It is mine, and I will have it. If you deny it, fie upon your law. There is no force in the decrees of Venice. I stand here for judgment. Answer, shall I have it?
Upon my power, I may dismiss this court.
Aye.
Unless Bellario, a learned doctor whom I have sent for to determine this, come here today.
My lord, here stays without a messenger with letters from the doctor, new come from Padua.
Bring us the letters. Call the messenger.
What? Good cheer, Antonio. The Jew shall have my flesh, blood, bones, and all, ere thou shalt lose for me 1 drop of blood.
I am a tainted wether of the flock, meetest for death. The weakest kind of fruit drops earliest to the ground, and so let me. You cannot better be employed, Bassanio, than to live still and write mine epitaph.
Came you from Padua, from Bellario?
From both, my lord. Bellario greets your grace.
Why dost thou whet thy knife so earnestly?
To cut the forfeiture from that bankrupt there.
Not on thy soul, but on thy soul, harsh Jew, thou makest thy knife keen. But no metal can, no, not the hangman's axe, bear half the keenness of thy sharp envy. Can no prayers pierce thee?
No, none that thou hast wit enough to make.
Oh, be thou damned, inexorable dog, and for thy life let justice be accused.
Till thou canst rail the seal from off my bond, thou but offense thy lungs to speak so loud. Repair thy wit, good youth, or it will fall to cureless ruin. I stand here for law.
This letter from Bellario doth commend a young and learned doctor to our court. Where is he?
He attendeth here hard by to know your answer whether you'll admit him.
Go, give him courteous conduct to this place. Meantime, the court shall hear Bellario's letter.
Your grace shall understand that at the receipt of your letter I am very sick, but in the instant that your messenger came, in loving visitation was with me a young doctor of Rome. His name is Balthazar. I acquainted him with the cause and controversy between the Jew and Antonio the merchant. We turned o'er many books together. He is furnished with my opinion, which, bettered with his own learning, the greatness whereof I cannot enough commend, comes with him at my importunity, to fill up your grace's request in my stead. I beseech you, let his lack of years be no impediment to let him lack a reverend estimation, for I never knew so young a body with so old a head. I leave him to your gracious acceptance, whose trial shall better publish his commendation.
You hear the learned Bellario what he writes. And here I take it is the doctor come. Give me your hand. Come you from old Bellario?
I did, my lord.
You are welcome. Take your place. Are you acquainted with the difference that holds this present question in the court?
I have been informed throughly of the cause. Which is the merchant here and which the Jew?
Antonio and old Shylock, both. Stand forth.
Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow. Yet in such a rule the Venetian law cannot impugn you as you do proceed. You stand within his danger, do you not?
Aye, so he says.
And do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful.
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as a gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute of awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above this sceptered sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute to God himself. And earthly power doth show likest gods when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice, none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy, and that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoke thus much to mitigate the justice of thy plea, which if thou follows, this strict court of Venice must needs give sentence against the merchant here.
My deeds upon my head. I crave the law, the penalty and forfeit of my bond.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes. Here I tender it for him in the court, yea, twice the sum. If that will not suffice, I will be bound to pay it 10 times o'er, on forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart. If that will not suffice, then it must appear that malice bears down truth, and I beseech you, rest once the law to your authority to do a great right, do a little wrong, and curb this cruel devil of his will.
It must not be. There is no power in Venice can alter a decree established. 'Twill be recorded for a precedent, and many an error by the same example will rush into the state. It cannot be.
Daniel, come to judgment! Yea, Daniel! Oh, wise young judge, how I do honor thee!
I pray thee let me look upon the bond.
Here 'tis, most reverend doctor, here it is.
Shylock, there's thrice thy money offered thee.
An oath? An oath! I have an oath in heaven! Shall I lay perjury upon my soul? No, not for Venice!
Why then this bond is forfeit. And lawfully by this the Jew may claim 1 pound of flesh to be by him cut off nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful, Shylock. Take thrice thy money. Bid me tear the bond.
When it is paid, according to the tenor, it doth appear you are a worthy judge. You know the law. Your exposition hath been most sound. I charge you, by the law whereof you are a well-deserving pillar, proceed to judgment. I swear there is no power in the tongue of man to alter me. I stay here on my bond.
Most heartily I do beseech the court to give the judgment.
Why then it is thus. You must prepare your bosom for his knife.
Oh, noble judge, oh, excellent young man.
For the intent and purpose of the law hath full relation to the penalty which here appeareth due upon the bond.
Wise and upright judge, how much more elder art thou than thy looks.
Therefore lay bare your bosom.
His breast. So says the bond, doth it not? Nearest his heart. Those are the very words.
It is so. Are there scales here to weigh the flesh?
I have them ready.
Have by some surgeon, Shylock, on your charge to stop his wounds, lest he doth bleed to death.
Is it so nominated in the bond?
It is not so expressed, but what of that? 'Twere good you do so much for charity.
I cannot find it. 'Tis not in the bond.
You, merchant, have you anything to say?
But little. I am armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassanio. Fare you well. Grieve not that I am fallen to this for you. Commend me to your honorable wife. Tell her the process of Antonio's end, and speak me fair in death. Repent that you shall lose your friend, and he repents not that he pays your debt. For if the Jew do cut but deep enough, I'll pay it presently with all my heart.
Antonio, I am married to a wife which is as dear to me as life itself. But life itself, my wife, and all the world are not with me esteemed above thy life. I would lose all. I sacrifice them all here to this devil to deliver you.
Your wife would give you little thanks for that, if she were by to hear you make the offer.
I have a wife whom I protest I love. I would that she were in heaven, so that she could entreat some power to change this currish Jew.
'Tis well you offer it behind her back. The wish would make else an unquiet house.
With trifle time, I pray thee pursue sentence.
A pound of that same flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the law doth give it.
Most rightful judge.
And you must cut this flesh from off his breast. The law allows it, and the court awards it.
Most learned judge. A sentence? Come. Prepare.
Tarry a little! There is something else. This bond doth give thee here no jot of blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond. Take thou thy pound of flesh, but in the cutting it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, all thy lands and goods are, by the laws of Venice, confiscate unto the state of Venice.
Oh, upright judge, Mark Jew, a learned judge.
Is that the law?
Thyself shalt see the act, for as thou urgest justice, be assured, thou shalt have justice more than thou desirest.
Oh, learned judge, Mark Jew, a learned judge.
I take this offer then. Pay the bond thrice, and let the Christian go.
Here is the money.
Soft! The Jew shall have all justice. Soft, no haste. He shall have nothing but the penalty.
Oh, Jew, an upright judge, a learned judge.
Therefore prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shed thou no blood, nor cut thou less nor more, but just a pound of flesh. If thou cutt'st more or less than a just pound, be it so much as makes it light or heavy in the substance or the division of the 20th part of one poor scruple, nay, if the scales do turn within the estimation of a hair, thou diest, and all thy goods are confiscate.
A Daniel, a second Daniel. Now, infidel, I have you on the hip.
Why doth the Jew pause? Take thy forfeiture.
Give me my principal and let me go.
Here is the money. I have it ready.
He hath refused it in the open court. He shall have merely justice and his bond.
Daniel, still say I, a second Daniel. I thank thee, Jew, for teaching me that word.
Shall I not have barely my principal?
Thou shalt have nothing but the forfeiture, to be so taken at thy peril, Jew.
Why, then the devil give him good of it. I'll stay no longer question.
Tarry, Jew. The law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice, if it be proved against an alien, that by direct or indirect attempts he seeks the very life of any citizen, the party against the which he doth contrive shall seize one half his goods. The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state, and the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke, only 'gainst all other voice. In which predicament I say thou standst, for it appears that indirectly and directly too thou hast threatened the very life of the defendant, and thou hast incurred the danger formerly by me rehearsed. Down, therefore, and beg mercy of the Duke.
Beg that thou mayst have leave to hang thyself, and yet, thy wealth being forfeit to the state, thou hast not left the value of a cord.
That thou shalt see the difference of our spirits, I pardon thee thy life before thou ask it. For half thy wealth, it is Antonio's. The other half comes to the general state, which humbleness may drive into a fine.
I for the state, not for Antonio.
Nay, take my life and all, pardon not that. You take my house when you do take the prop that doth sustain my house. You take my life when you do take the means whereby I live.
What mercy can you render him, Antonio?
So please, my lord the Duke and all the court, to quit the fine for one half of his goods I am content. So he will let me have the other half in use, to render it unto the gentleman that lately stole his daughter, that he do record a gift here in the court of all he dies possessed unto his son Lorenzo and his daughter Jessica.
He shall do this, or else I do recant the pardon that I late pronounced here.
Art thou contented, Jew?
I am content.
What dost thou say?
I am content!
Clerk, draw a deed of gift.
I pray you, give me leave to go. I am not well to send the deed after me. I will sign it.
Get thee gone. but do it. Sir, I do entreat you home with me to dinner.
I do humbly desire your grace of pardon. I must away this night toward Padua, and it is meet I presently set forth.
I am sorry that your leisure serves you not. Antonio, gratify this gentleman, for in my mind you are much bound to him.
Most worthy gentlemen, I and my friend have by your wisdom been this day of most grievous penalties. In lieu whereof 3,000 ducats due unto the Jew, we freely cope your courteous pains withal.
And stand indebted over and above in love and service to you evermore.
He is well paid that is well satisfied, and I, delivering you, am satisfied and do account myself well paid. My mind was never yet more mercenary. I pray you know me when we meet again, and so I take my leave. Farewell.
Dear sir, of force I must attempt you further. Take some remembrance of us as a tribute, not as a fee. Grant me two things, I pray you. Pardon me and not to deny me.
You press me far, therefore I shall yield. Give me your gloves. I'll wear them for your sake. And for your love, I'll take that ring. Do not draw back your hand. I'll have no more, and you in love shall not deny me this.
This ring, alas, it is a trifle. I will not shame myself to give you this.
I will have nothing else but only this, and now methinks I have a mind to it.
There's more depends on this than on the value. The dearest ring in all Venice will I find you and search it out by proclamation. Only for this, I pray you pardon me.
I see, sir, you are liberal in offers. You taught me first to beg, and now methinks you teach me how a beggar should be answered.
Dear sir, this ring was given me by my wife, and when she put it on, she made me vow that I should neither sell nor give nor lose it.
That excuse serves many men to save their gifts. And if your wife be not a mad woman, and know how well I have deserved the ring, she would not hold out enemy forever for giving it to me. Well, peace be with you.
The Lord Bassanio, let him have the ring. Let his deservings and my love be valued against your wife's commandment.
Go, Graciano, run, overtake him, give him the ring, and bring him, if thou canst, unto Antonio's house. Away, make haste! Come, you and I will thither presently. And in the morning, early, we will both fly towards Belmont. Come, Antonio!
Tanti fiori in questo giorno lieto ricevuti, rose, rose, ma le più belle le hai mandate tu. Grazie dei fiori, fra tutti gli altri li ho riconosciuti, mi han fatto male pure li ho graditi, son rose rosse parlano d'amore, e grazie ancora che in questo giorno tu m'hai ricordata, ma se l'amore nostro s'è perduto, perché vuoi tormentare il nostro cuore?
The moon shines bright in such a night as this, when the sweet wind did gently kiss the trees, and they did make no noise. In such a night, Troilus, methinks, mounted the Trojan walls, and sighed his soul toward the Grecian tents, where Cressid lay that night.
In such a night, Medea gathered the enchanted herbs that did renew old Aeson.
In such a night did Jessica steal from the wealthy Jew, and with an unthrift love did run from Venice, as far as Belmont.
In such a night did young Lorenzo swear he loved her well, stealing her soul with many vows of faith, and ne'er a true one.
In such a night did pretty Jessica, like a little shrew, slander her love, and he forgave it her. Bring your music forth into the air. How sweet the moonlight sleeps upon this bank. Here we will sit, and let the sounds of music creep in our ears. Soft stillness and the night become the touches of sweet harmony. Sit, Jessica. Look how the floor of heaven is thick inlaid with patterns of bright gold. And there is not the smallest orb which thou beholdst, but in his motion like an angel sings, still choiring to the young-eyed cherubims. Such harmony is in immortal souls. But whilst this muddy vesture of decay doth grossly close it in, we cannot hear it. Come ho, and wake Diana with a hymn. With sweetest touches pierce your mistress' ear, and draw her home with music.
I'm never merry when I hear sweet music.
The reason is your spirits are attentive. Mark the music.
That light we see is burning in my hall. How far that little candle throws his beams. So shines a good deed in a naughty world.
When the moon shone, we did not see the candle.
So doth the greater glory dim the less. Music, hark.
It is your music, madam, of the house.
Nothing is good I see without respect. Methinks it sounds much sweeter than by day.
Silence bestows that virtue on it, madam.
The crow doth sing as sweetly as the lark, I think, when neither is attended. And the nightingale, if she should sing by day, when every goose is cackling, would be thought no better musician than the wren. How many things by season seasoned are to their right praise and true perfection.
That is the voice, or I am much deceived, of Portia.
He knows me as the blind man knows the cuckoo, by the bad voice.
Fair lady, welcome home.
We have been praying for our husband's welfare. Are they returned?
Madam, they are not yet.
Go in, Nerissa. Give order to my servants that they take no note at all of our being absent hence. Nor you, Lorenzo, Jessica, nor you.
Your husband is at hand. I can hear his trumpet. We are no telltales, madam. Fear you not.
You are welcome home, my lord.
I thank you, madam. Give welcome to my friend. This is the man, this is Antonio, to whom I am so infinitely bound.
You should in all sense be much bound to him. For as I hear, he was much bound for you.
No more than I am well acquitted of.
Sir, you are welcome to our home.
By yonder moon, I swear you do me wrong. In faith, I gave it to a judge's clerk.
A quarrel? What, already? What's the matter?
About a hoop of gold, a paltry ring that she did give me.
You swore to me when I did give it you that you would wear it until your hour of death, and that it should lie with you in your grave. Gave it to a judge's clerk? No. God's my judge. The clerk will ne'er wear hair on's face that had it.
He will, and if he lived to be a man.
Aye, if a woman lived to be a man.
Now, by this hand, I gave it to a youth, a kind of boy, a little scrubbed boy, no higher than thyself. The judge's clerk, a prating boy who begged it as a fee. I could not for my heart deny it him.
You were to blame, I must be plain with you, to part so slightly with your wife's first gift. A thing stuck on your finger with oaths, and so riveted with faith unto your flesh. I gave my love a ring once, and made him swear never to part with it. And here he stands. I dare be sworn for him. He would not leave it, nor part with it, for all the wealth the world masters.
Why, I were best to cut my left hand off and swear I lost the ring defending it.
My lord Bassanio gave his ring away unto the judge that begged it. And indeed deserved it too. And then the boy, the judge's clerk, begged mine. And neither man nor master would take aught but the two rings.
What ring gave you, my lord? Not that, I hope, which you received of me.
If I could add a lie unto a fault, I would deny it. But you see, my finger hath not the ring upon it. It is gone.
Even so void is your false heart of truth. By heaven, I'll ne'er come in your bed till I see the ring.
Nor I in yours till I again see mine.
Sweet Portia, if you did know to whom I gave the ring, if you did know for whom I gave the ring, and would conceive for what I gave the ring, how unwillingly I left the ring when naught would be accepted but the ring, you would abate the strength of your displeasure.
If you had known the virtue of the ring, or half her worthiness that gave the ring, or your own honor to contain the ring, you would not then have parted with the ring. Nerissa teaches me what to believe. I'll die for it, but some woman had the ring.
No! Oh, by my honor, madam, by my soul, no woman hath it but a civil doctor, which did refuse of me 3,000 ducats, and begged the ring, the which I did deny him, and suffer him go displeased away. Even he, that did uphold the very life of my dear friend, what then should I say, sweet lady? I was enforced to send it after him. I was beset with shame and courtesy. My honor would not let ingratitude so much besmear it. Pardon me, sweet lady.
I am the unhappy subject of these quarrels.
Sir, grieve not you. You are welcome notwithstanding.
Portia, forgive me this enforced wrong, and in the hearing of these many friends, I swear to
mark
thee.
you but that. Swear by your double self, and there's an oath of credit.
Nay, but hear me. Pardon this fault, and by my soul I swear I'll never break an oath with thee.
I once did give my body for his wealth, which, but for him that had your husband's ring, had quite miscarried. I dare be bound again, my soul upon the forfeiture, that your Lord will never more break faith advisedly.
Then you shall be his surety. Give him this, and bid him keep it better than the other.
Here, Bassanio, swear to keep this ring.
By heaven, it is the same I gave the doctor.
You are all amazed. Take this same letter, read it at your leisure. It comes from Padua, from Bellario. There you shall find that Portia was the doctor, Nerissa here her clerk. Lorenzo will witness we set forth as soon as you, and have but even now returned. I have not yet entered my house yet. Antonio, you are welcome, and I have better news in store for you than you expect. Unseal this letter soon. There you shall find that 3 of your argosies have richly come to harbor suddenly. You shall not know by what accident I chance it on this letter.
I am dumb.
Were you the doctor and I knew you not?
Were you the clerk that is to make me cuckold?
Aye, but the clerk that never means to do it, unless he live until he be a man.
Sweet lady, you have given me life and living. For here I read for certain that my ships are safely come to road.
How now, Lorenzo? My clerk hath some good comforts too for you.
Aye, and I'll give them him without a fee. There do I give to you and Jessica from the rich Jew a special deed of gift after his death of all he dies possessed of.
Fair ladies, you drop manna in the way of starved people.
And yet I am sure you are not satisfied with these events at full. Let us go in. Charge us there with interrogatories, and we will answer all things faithfully.
Let it be so. The first interrogatory that my Nerissa shall be sworn on is whether till the next night she had rather stay, or go to bed now, being 2 hours today. Well, while I live, I'll fear no other thing so sore as keeping safe Nerissa's ring.
The night, methinks, is but the daylight sick. It is a little paler. 'Tis a day, such as the day is when the sun is hid. It is almost morning.
Thank you for watching this production from Bob Jones University and our renowned Classic Players Troupe. My name's David Schwingle. I'm the artistic director at Bob Jones, and we have many more offerings for you online. We've produced Shakespeare plays for almost 100 years, and we hope to do 100 more, so please check us out.